dream is a wish your heart makes.
Hey everyone, it's Lydia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my lockdown favourites, so things that I've been loving during lockdown and during quarantine. Everything is kind of going back to normal now. We're easing more out of lockdown, so I thought it'd be a good idea to share some of my favourite things that I've been loving in lockdown, some things that have been keeping me sane and keeping me occupied during this really weird and crazy time. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. First things I'm going to show you are some skincare items, because I changed my skincare products a little bit during lockdown because I wanted to find some cheaper options, and I think they're amazing. I've been using them for a good few months now and my skin is just doing amazing. I actually shared some of these products in one of my lockdown weekly vlogs, so I'll put the card up here if you want to see those. I'll also put a link to the lockdown weekly vlogs playlist as well if you want to see what I actually got up to during lockdown, and yeah, just see kind of day-to-day stuff that I was doing. But yeah, I mentioned some of these and they're still doing great. They're doing great for my skin. So I got this No. 7 Revitalizing Foaming Cleanser. It's suitable for sensitive skin. My skin is very dry, very sensitive, so I always have to be really careful with what I put on my skin. And previous to this, I had been using the Lidia cleansing products and they were absolutely amazing, but I needed something a little bit more inexpensive just to kind of see and just to try out. And I came across this and it just does an amazing job. I ordered another one of these recently because I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's like a foam, so it goes like really frothy on your skin, which I think is really, really nice. And yeah, it just leaves my skin feeling like so fresh and clean. And I also use it with my Formio Luna 3. This is absolutely amazing. I've had this since November, but because I was using Lidia products and they are quite creamy, it wasn't really like lathering and it wasn't like foaming as much as what I liked it to be on my skin. So I thought, you know what, I need a foaming cleanser, and yeah, I found this one and it just works wonders. Like, these two are literally like the best combination. I also got this No. 7 moisturiser. It is the Water Surge Gel Cream. It's for dry skin. It smells amazing. It leaves my skin feeling really soft and clean. The only thing that I would say about this is that it doesn't have SPF in it, whereas my other No. 7 moisturiser did. So yeah, that's the only downside with this, but even so, this is absolutely amazing. The next skincare item that I've been absolutely loving during lockdown is this hemp body butter cream from The Body Shop. I've been using this all the time during lockdown because my skin is very, very dry, very sensitive. I do have eczema like on my arms, on my legs. So this works really, really well if you have eczema. It smells absolutely amazing, and yeah, this is what it looks like inside. It's like a greeny colour. But it's so good for dry, sensitive, eczema-prone skin. One thing I've been doing a lot during lockdown is reading books. It's the best way to keep your mind occupied, and I feel like it's taken my mind off of, you know, the quarantine and the stress of everything. I bought quite a lot of books just before lockdown, so that was actually really nice because then I could just get through them. These are the books that I have read during lockdown / reading. This one is the book that I'm currently reading at the moment. I've been reading this book for about a month now and I'm like so close to the end. I've kind of like dipped in and out of this one. I don't really know why, but it's still a really, really good read, and it's called Step Back in Time and it's about time travel. Yeah, it's a really, really good book, and I hope I can finish this sometime soon because I really want to know how it ends. Then these books are the books that I have read during lockdown, and I'm actually quite proud I read 3 books during lockdown. So this one is a Disney Twisted Tales book. If you're a Disney lover, you have to check out all of the Twisted Tales series. There's so many. I have all of them, I think, or maybe I'm missing one. I've read most of them. They're absolutely amazing, and this one is called Mirror Mirror, so it's obviously based on Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, and it was just amazing. It was so similar to the movie, but it was also really different as well. And I like the kind of twisted, like dark elements of it as well. All of the Twisted Tales books actually have a question that they're like centered around. And yeah, this is what if the evil queen actually poisoned the prince instead of poisoning Snow White. I absolutely loved the ending. The ending was so nice. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book if you are a Disney fan and you love Snow White. This next one I read is called First Comes Love by Emily Giffin, and this was okay. I think I rated it 3 stars on Goodreads. I will leave the link to my Goodreads page down below in case you want to see all the reviews that I've done on all of these books and the books that I currently want to read as well. But yeah, this book wasn't my favourite. I would still recommend it, but yeah, it was a bit kind of all over the place, I feel, and I feel like I didn't really connect well with the characters, but it was a decent book, and I'm glad I've read it. And the final book that I managed to read during lockdown is probably one that you've heard of everywhere on the internet. It's called Hour Stop, and this book was amazing. I am 100% going to reread it. I definitely recommend it for people who love romance kind of novels. I knew quite a lot of references in this book and I understood what the characters were going through, like living in London and getting on the tube and all of that stuff. So yeah, I would 1000% recommend this book. It was so good. Another thing I've been loving during lockdown is my Animal Crossing Switch and Animal Crossing in general. I think I got this in May, but if you didn't know, Animal Crossing has been such a big thing for people in lockdown. I did try to get my hands on both Animal Crossing New Horizons and the Switch, but there was just so much demand for it and so many people wanted it for lockdown. It's been a crazy time for Animal Crossing New Horizons. This has been such a big thing for me during lockdown, and I'm sure it has been for everyone else who has bought the game. It's been a real way for me to just unwind, focus my mind on something else and like forget about the outside world for a minute and just focus on my little town and my little villages and do terraforming and get more DIYs and build my town. I absolutely love the Animal Crossing edition of the Switch as well. I think this is amazing. It's got loads of details on the back for Animal Crossing. Look at that, it's so cute. I'm so happy that I had this during lockdown and I'm happy that I've got it now. I'm not going to stop playing it just because lockdown is easing. This is going to be something that I'm going to be playing like constantly all the time. I have done around 230 hours, so I could probably do an island tour on my channel very soon, which I'm excited about. Let me know if you've got Animal Crossing New Horizons down below and what your island name is and what your island theme is. Mine is called Humanuku, inspired by the song that Sharpay and Ryan sing to Troy in High School Musical 2. Yeah, and I just thought Humanuku would like fit in with my like tropical islandy kind of vibes that I wanted to do for my island. My island has got a lot of Disney references and Disney inspired areas obviously as well. I'm definitely going to do a tour of my island very soon, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see that video. So I watched a lot of Netflix and Disney Plus during lockdown, and Disney Plus came out during lockdown as well, which I thought was the perfect time. So I'm going to share some shows and some films that I have watched during lockdown that I absolutely love. I'm going to start with Disney Plus first, but before I say that, I just want to say Disney Plus is amazing. I love everything on it. I love how there's National Geographic stuff on there, how there's Disney Plus original movies and TV shows. I love how they've got Marvel stuff on there. They've got Star Wars stuff on there. They have animation stuff on there, like Disney animation. I just love Disney Plus. It's like the best thing ever. So I've got BR Chef and Prop Culture. Those two things I haven't actually finished yet, but they are amazing. The Mandalorian, obviously, that was really, really good. Even though I'm not a massive Star Wars fan, I really, really liked that show. The Imagineering story, oh, that was emotional and crazy and just so beautiful. High School Musical, the musical, the series obviously was just incredible. I watched Pick of the Litter and that was just so beautiful. It's about the journey of guide dogs and how they become guide dogs from like little puppies right up until like they can actually like graduate as a guide dog. It was so educational and yeah, it was amazing. Lady and the Tramp, that is a Disney Plus original live action movie, and that was probably one of my favorite live action films. It was so beautiful, it was so good. Hamilton, that came out a few weeks ago. and it was amazing. I had never seen Hamilton before, but I had heard so many amazing things about it, and I watched it and I want to watch it again. Encore was really good. One Day at Disney as well. Pixar in Real Life. World According to Jeff Goldblum, that was great. Tangled the series as well. How can I not mention that? So they're the ones that I've absolutely been loving on Disney Plus, but I've also been loving like just watching Disney movies. So like we watched Mary Poppins Returns the other day, High School Musical, Aladdin, Lion King, Atlantis, Moana. Yeah, I've been watching a whole lot of Disney Plus. So I'm gonna go on to Netflix now. So I watched Politicians season 2, that was really good. Hollywood, oh my gosh. If you haven't watched Hollywood and you have Netflix, go and watch it. It was just so educational, it was so beautiful, the storyline, the music, the costuming, just everything. I love everything about that show. 13th, that is in the Black Lives Matter collection. That whole collection is amazing, and I've been making my way through that and I've learned so much. It's so educational. Who Killed Malcolm X was also a really good show. I actually did the civil rights movement during sixth form. It was like a module that we did for coursework, and we actually learned about Malcolm X, but when I watched this documentary, I actually realised that I didn't actually learn that much about Malcolm X compared to what this documentary had said about Malcolm X and how he died and just his movement and everything. So yeah, that was really educational and definitely opened my eyes up to see that I didn't actually learn that much about him, which is insane at school. Cold Case Files and Unsolved Mysteries are really good shows if you like crime and you like to know about like mysteries and cases that haven't been solved. They're really good to watch, so yeah, I would recommend them. Down to Earth with Zac Efron, that was just amazing, and it's Zac Efron, so what's not to love? It was so educational, and it's definitely opened my eyes up to see that I need to do more to help the environment, but also to be healthier as well. Drink more water, know where like my food is coming from and what I'm actually putting into my body. It was so educational, and I definitely recommend you watching it. Drag Race, the new season came out and they actually did the finale in lockdown, so that was really interesting to see, and yeah, I'm a massive fan of Drag Race, so that was really good. Mindhunter, we haven't actually finished yet, but we are going to finish it. That was amazing. Again, if you love crime and you love like mystery style shows, definitely watch Mindhunter, and it's got Jonathan Groff in it as well, so what's not to love? Cheer, Queer Eye, Tiger King, Dynasty, La La Land. Yes, I have only just watched La La Land. I know it's really bad, but that was really good. Floor is Lava, amazing show. If you love playing Floor is Lava at home, definitely watch that on Netflix. And The Hustle as well, that was a really good film. Those are the ones that I would recommend on Netflix, ones that I have recently discovered and watched. Also, obviously, I've been watching a load of YouTube. YouTube has just been such an amazing outlet for me, especially now that I have my own YouTube channel. It's given me a lot of ideas, and I've discovered so many new people and met so many more YouTube friends, Disney YouTube friends. I've been watching a load of Disney trips, vlogs, like lockdown vlogs, style videos, unboxings, Animal Crossing tours, Animal Crossing live streams, Animal Crossing tips and tricks. I've been watching a bunch of stuff on YouTube, so that's been really good. Also, music has been really good for me during lockdown. I put on Heart 80s, so the radio station in the background whilst I'm like editing a video. On Spotify, I've been listening to loads of 80s playlists because if you know me, you know how much I love 80s music and all things 80s. Also Disney playlists, Hamilton playlist, Main Street USA playlist, and Disney Park playlists. So yeah, music has been a really good thing for me during lockdown. And the final thing that I've been loving during lockdown is just wearing comfy clothes and wearing Disney clothes with baggy joggers or leggings, or wearing pajamas all day. Also dressing myself up a little bit with a Disney tee and a skirt if I feel like I need to cheer myself up a little bit. So yeah, Disney tees have just been the best thing during lockdown, as well as like baggy clothes, pajamas. So those are the things that I've been loving during lockdown. There's a lot. I didn't realise how much stuff I've been loving. I hope you found a lot of recommendations in this video, so on skincare, on books, on Disney Plus and on Netflix. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!